This is my massive warning. If you don't understand this, the weak are going to get crushed. We are drunk in the Coliseum. We're focused on the wrong things. And I'm here to tell you, this is nothing new under the sun. This is cycled in humanity over and over and over again. Those who have ears to hear and eyes to see will understand this information. Those who are drunk in the Coliseum, who are emotionally triggered and charged, will be in the comments doing their thing. That's not who I'm speaking to. Now, what I'm about to share with you is my information based on my research. I'm open and transparent here on what I do. That way you can measure my success. I told you from 2020 to 2025 what I was doing, and I'm sharing with you exactly what I'm doing from 2026 to 2030. But if you can't see and understand how radical the transformation you're about to experience, do you think from 2009 to 2020, how much things changed technology-wise? Pandemic shifted everything. If you think there's been a lot of change since then, 2026 to 2030 is going to spin your head. The energetic shift happens on February 20th, 2026. Remember, JP Morgan said this, not I, JP Morgan, who created JP Morgan Bank, one of the biggest banks in the world. He said, millionaires use charts, billionaires use astrology. You can tell the people who are going broke and the people who are trying to become millionaires and get rich quick, they're the ones that are extremely emotional and triggered by red markets. They're bullish when it's green and they're losing their shit when it's red. Well, JP Morgan told us why. Because millionaires use charts, billionaires use astrology. So for some of you, that word turns you off right away because you've been indoctrinated to have that turn you off. How did they find Jesus? I'll just put that to the side and I'll work with the left brain people and the right brain people. Let's call it cycles. Let's take out astrology. Let's pretend JP Morgan said this. Millionaires use charts because they look like this. And that's how they control us. If our emotions are like this, if we're relying on a 401k that looks like this, we're relying on crypto that looks like this, the 1% can always remain the 1%. But let's say that he said this. Millionaires use charts and billionaires use cycles. Let's call them cycles so we can get rid of this little argument. There's been over 32 major market collapses over the last 200 years. And within there's micro collapses. And there's going to be more. And there's going to be a lot. And every single time, the 1% has already made their move. The tide goes out and you don't have swim trunks on. Just like when we were drunk in the Coliseum and the Trojan horse came in. Just like everybody was drunk watching Super Bowl. And why was the gym so empty this morning? Weird. I digress. Okay, so everything is just a cycle. That's it. If you invert everything and you understand that the income you get paid in is someone else's debt, and you realize when you put your debt into the bank, they bank it up, they dam it up, and what happens when you dam up water? It becomes stagnant, and they make your money currency. They lend it out 9 times over, and then you get more debt to borrow against your future labor. It's a monetary debt enslavement system. Because if they can keep you in debt, they can keep you trapped and they can keep you obedient. But once you realize that it's just a cycle inside of you, inside of nature, inside of markets, and I've lost 99% of people by now, and that's okay because you're the one, you're the warrior. When you start to realize that it's you go through cycles, nature goes through cycles, market goes through cycles. So you don't need the next best crypto. You need to build structure because money is masculine and feminine. When it's immature masculine, it runs from you. Money needs maturity. And maturity, mature feminine and mature masculine, has this. It has structure, it has safety, it has a container. It also has fluidity. It's a currency. Just like when a man is masculine and a woman is divine, and they come together, the two become one, they can create life and create beautiful life because there's a container, because the man has created structure and safety. The woman can magnetize the money, manifestation, and that's how money works. So they keep you in fear, they keep you in your immature masculine and your immature feminine. They keep you using your credit card, women, to buy shoes instead of to buy assets or to use your money to buy assets. Man, you have a $100,000 truck. It's been financed over 72 months, but you have no idea what your retirement number is. That's all by design. When you realize it's by design and nobody's coming to save you and you can pick up your mat and walk, the kingdom of heaven is within you and you have free will and this is nothing new under the sun, and you say, maybe I should start focusing on building structure. Maybe I should understand how the cycles actually work. Maybe I should invert everything. When everybody's running from the markets, I figure out what good companies are at a fair price and I go into the markets. When everybody's trying to get rich quick and coming in to get a quick buck, you sell them that buck. And then when you pull it off of the markets, From greed, you build it into safety, defense. You put it into things that have beat historical cycles. Things like cash value life insurance, precious metals. I like Berkshire. You can mix real estate, that can be offense and defense. And then you sit in your bunker and you wait until everybody gets super greedy and then boom, they get wrecked. 10-10-20-25, 4 or 5 days ago. Then you quietly go into your little stash and you buy more. Good companies at a fair price. It's called de-risking, called CAPL DR. Cash flow into appreciating assets that beat inflation, pull profits out those assets, put it into protection, leverage from the right side, not from your future labor, only use leverage to buy assets that create cash flow or appreciate over time, and then you de-risk and you get your shit together. You stop being drunk in the Coliseum. Men, I'm talking to you. Get your shit together physically, spiritually, and financially. That's your job. And you go touch some grass. We're making it way too difficult. They don't want you to know it's this easy, but it is. Haters are gonna hate, but don't be the person that has to join the circus and be the next clown. Don't be the person that's eating off the plate that they created for you. Be the person who goes inside and becomes a warrior in the garden versus a gardener in a war. Now, who knows? I'm just a bearded dude on TikTok, Instagram, wherever you're watching this. I went from a broken little boy, immature, to a man who takes care of his shit, to financial freedom, spiritually, physically, and financially. So take it for what it is. But I hope you're not in the same position at the same time in 2027. I'll see you at the top. Warriors, rise! Get your shit together. Love you.